Here's another minor topic that is a pet peeve of mine: the addiction to suing and lawsuits and liability. Um, does one realize that when that becomes a habit in a system, you lose your freedom? You lose part of your freedom. You are constantly signing law papers, signing away your rights just so you don't sue another person. It's just, there's no common sense anymore. I remember a long time ago, a woman sued McDonald's for spilling hot coffee on herself while she was in her car, from what I understand. Well, bitch, don't drive and drink your coffee. You know? Like, of course the coffee's going to be hot. And she won millions of dollars? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. And doctors and liability, they can't cure you. They can't help you if they're constantly paranoid about being sued. Okay? Now, there is a place and a time for suing. But when people abuse that system again and again and again, you're making it bad for everybody. For everybody. And no one can do a damn thing. Teachers are afraid to get sued. I got threatened to be sued by a child. For nothing. For disciplining him. My dad's gonna sue you. I was like, what? Because you're not listening? And you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Schools are scared to be sued. Teachers are scared to be sued. They have to constantly be on their guard. And when you're constantly on your guard because you're afraid of being sued, you can't be yourself and you can't do what you're supposed to do. So this isn't a black and white issue. It's not like stop the suing, but stop the abuse of litigation. The abuse of it. Does this make sense? Am I making any sense whatsoever? You know? And another topic: divorce and parental custody. Because I've seen it happen myself. Just because you're a mother does not mean that you get full custody. Fathers have as much right as a mother to raise their child if they're a good father. Just because he's a man does not mean he does not have a right to raise that child. I'm sorry. I am not, I'm pro women, but I'm also pro men. Okay? And I just don't believe at all that just because you gave birth, and in some cases you give birth without even the response, having the responsibility of knowing what it is to raise a child. Okay? And I've worked with kids for 20 years and families. But in divorce, I don't believe that women should have full custody just because they gave birth. Okay? I think men have to have as much rights to raise their kids as women. Just because they didn't give birth doesn't mean they don't love their kids. That's the other topic that I'm discussing right now. And I think men should be given more credit than is being given to them for raising their child. I know because I had a father. I do still have a father, and he raised me very, very well. And so did my mother, but I think more like my father than I do my mother. Okay? So My father taught me a lot of things about life. So, women, get over your high horse because you're just a mother, okay? Men deserve just as much rights. Thank you.